Incredible anecdote, Ryan. Unfortunately, I
Thank you,
just
buddy.
now started recording.
Oh no, so that funny bit we recorded it doesn't exist anymore. Dang it.
It was
Well, you know
just for
what? That
me. It was
actually
just for me.
it's oh, okay. It's funny that you mention that though, because I literally can't pay my rent right now because the government is shut down in America. No paycheck
Yeah,
for
I saw
me.
that. Well,
Yeah,
it's okay. I got a solution.
Kofi.
Yeah.
I figured we
Everybody
just knock out the
everybody in the
Kofi thing
country
now.
here's a business idea. Open your own Kofi and start a podcast
Exactly.
where you joke about begging for money there, but it's also not a joke because we do take donations.
Yes, we do.
But
And I am not joking, guys. Until the government opens back up, I am currently not getting paid for my job. So if you guys could, throw us a bone here on the show and toss in like 10, 20 bucks, it would really go a long way toward paying all my outstanding debts.
hi, I'm Emilio,
And I'm Ryan.
and we're two friends from two different countries. Join us as we share our online friendship with you guys.
And the perspectives from two different worlds.
The show starts now. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Terminally Online Pen Pals podcast, Government Shutdown Edition. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, baby. We're back here again, guys. Great to be doing another episode of the Top Pod. And Emilio is not joking. As you probably have figured, if you're not from the States, the U.S. government is currently shut down since they have not been able to decide on an effective financial budget for the next fiscal year. As a result, all federal employees are not going to be paid until the budget is passed. That, of course, includes yours truly, your favorite host on the Top Pod.
Zoinks. I don't work for the government. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's the joke. I'm the
Anyways,
favorite, and I actually work for the government.
it's a joke that you're the favorite one. I get it.
No, it's I am the favorite. That joke
Oh,
was
so
so
the joke
funny.
is that
Everyone
you don't work
appreciated
for
it.
the government.
Sure, yeah, I've basically been lying this entire time about working in a prison for clickbait and views. It's really
Hey,
sad that we had to reveal it
yeah,
now.
now
But
that we realize it didn't work for views, we're that's why we're letting you
yeah,
guys know.
we're like, screw it, guys. Everything we've lied about, we're gonna make that the new controversy to actually get clicks on the YouTube channel now. But no, guys, in all seriousness, for those of you who don't know, who are newer to the show, I am a teacher. I work in a federal prison, and I am a federal employee as a result. I teach inmates to help them get their GEDs and, a few other programs. And unfortunately, once again, I am currently not being paid. The way that it works is as soon as I basically still turn my time and attendance sheets in with my hours, even though I'm not going to see any of that money for a while, it's going to be dependent on when the government opens back up. Once the government does reopen and the budget is passed, all of those hours that I turned in, I'll be paid in one large paycheck. Until then, I better start selling my internal organs because I can't afford anything else, unfortunately, until then.
That could work.
That could work, actually. I have a few spare parts I'm not using. So, like, I only need one arm, you know, technically one leg, just get a wheelchair, you know. And technically only one eye. I could sell that too. Dude, I'm trying to narrow down the list here. These are desperate times, man.
So yeah, the government is shut down. That's bad. However, have you
Yes.
considered that this show comes out on Monday? So let's hope. What's better for this in this situation? For the government to come back before this episode or after? For clickbait reasons. Because
Here's the problem with that. I'm basically either being selfish and focusing more on the success of the podcast because of a clickbait title, or I'm damning the paychecks of thousands of federal employees by hoping that the government stays shut down for another few days.
just
That's a
until
tough dilemma, guys.
just until we can get
But
the
you
click,
guys,
just until we can get the TikTok
that's
clip
true.
online.
That's true. I'm to any federal employees watching this. I'm sorry in advance, but this show comes first, and hopefully the government stays shut down until Monday. So that way we can, get a good clickbait title out of it. Otherwise, I'm going to continue living on the streets in a dirty alleyway, selling crack cocaine to various people.
Oh,
So
that's good that you have options.
that is
You
true.
know,
It's a good option. By
there's
the
a
way,
lot of
to my
people.
employers,
There's a lot of people out there that
watching
sell
this episode,
cocaine and don't have
I
many
don't sell
clients, so you're
drugs.
pretty lucky.
That's really bad because I just did a drug test last week, and if anybody from my work is listening to this by some chance,
No, but like,
and
Scar-
they don't realize that's a joke, they're gonna re-examine that test.
dude, like, no, I mean Scarface. Didn't you see that movie? That guy's downfall was because he was snorting all the cocaine he was supposed to be selling.
Oh, that's true.
So
Yeah, I'm just a distributor. I'm not a user.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
right.
you're actually pretty smart.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
But yeah, Ryan
traditionally.
doesn't sell cocaine to the best of my
No, I
knowledge.
do not sell cocaine. Let's make that clear. That's that's really bad because with the government shutdown too, the other bad part isn't just about not getting a paycheck. Some federal employees during this time are not considered to be essential, so they don't have to show up to work, like the Department of Energy, the Department of Agriculture, people who work important jobs, but they're not really working with people. They're not important to the infrastructure and security of the greater government. The thing is, I'm not in that boat. I work in a prison where I deal with people on a daily basis for their well-being, amongst other things. So unfortunately, I still have to show up to work.
So you show up, but they're gonna. So like someone's counting your hours, right?
Yeah, someone's counting my hours.
So
but
when the
technically
government's back,
speaking,
they're gonna pay you that money, right?
I'll be paid for all the days that I went in during the shutdown that I wasn't paid for. But the thing is, though, until then, I'm basically working for free.
Well, I mean, if you're doing what you love, you'll never work a day. So
But I'm Emilio. My heart and soul might be filled with love and passion, but my bank account is bone dry. So unfortunately, I don't really see that helping me out in the long term for my car loan or my student loan debts or anything else. At this point, I'm just gonna have some repo guys come and repossess my car at this point if I can't start making payments on it again. Then I won't. Then I won't be able to get to work. Period.
you can walk to work.
It's like a 45-minute drive. There's no way, unless I hitchhike every day.
Yeah. Learning something new.
That's true. I could learn to hitchhike, actually. Of course, the next episode, when everyone just sees a news article, Ryan found dead in ditch, failed hitchhiking attempt gone wrong, as the thumbnail, they're gonna know, don't hitchhike.
Well,
I'll be teaching another valuable lesson.
the last shutdown apparently lasted 35 days.
Yeah, a bunch of people from my workplace that have worked in the prison for over 10 years or so, 15 years, they remembered that shutdown period, and
2018.
it was pretty rough for a lot of people. It lasted 35, 36 days. Not only were they not paid during that time, but they still had to show up to work once again. So it was rough for a lot of people. Even if you were taking overtime to make more money, because at my work there's a lot of overtime posts open, like to work a housing unit or something, you still don't make any money, bottom line. So they had to wait that month before they could actually start paying any bills, which was difficult for some people from what I heard. Which is true, and it sucks, unfortunately. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm hoping that the shutdown ends soon. That way I can, make sure my job is 100% secure financially. But if they don't, at the very least, we got a damn good podcast type topic out of it and a clickbait title.
That's always important.
That is probably the most important thing right now. I'm not worried about paying my bills or supporting myself financially, but I'm more so worried about this podcast that we make no money off of.
I think, we should just, then. Do you have anything else? You have anything else for your week recap?
Unfortunately for this week, guys, outside of the government shutting down and my livelihood being at risk, I don't have any major news to really discuss here on the episode.
Can you even look for do you think you can maybe do Uber in the meantime or something?
I do. There's Uber in my area. The problem is, though, the city that I'm closest to is 10 minutes away, so it's not that far. But how am I going to convince an Uber driver to take me all the way up the interstate
No,
to go all the way to
dumbass,
another?
you work for Uber.
Why would no? I'm not going to work for Uber. You ever hear some of the crazy stories
I
about what
know,
happens
but
to people working Uber?
like you
No
kind of
way.
need of a sidekick whilst you don't have a
That's
job.
true. Well,
That's what-
fortunately, though,
That's what I'm
I am
talking
doing.
about.
Recently, I did do a few runs as a bus aide, which is something I used to do
There you
back when I
go.
was in college, working for the public school system. So I have been picking up some. It's funny because that was on my day off. I picked up a few extra hours. I actually got paid for that. Whereas for my current workplace, my main job, I'm not. So I do have some other forms of income. And Uber driver, I don't think I would do necessarily. It's not the most reliable job in the world. That's really dependent on when clients need you. And I've heard some crazy stories from people who have done rideshare and Uber in the past. And I'm like, I really don't feel like being robbed by a high guy with a knife to my throat,
Oh,
demanding
shit.
the $20 I don't have in my wallet because the government isn't paying me. So he's gonna probably stab me anyway. So point is, Uber probably not. Plus,
But
I don't know what kind of
DoorDash
people are going to be in my
maybe.
car. DoorDash is a little bit safer, I guess. Rather than having strangers in my car, I'm transporting. I'm just delivering food to places, so that might work better.
There you go.
That might work actually. So, Amelia, will you be my first client for my
Uh,
DoorDash career?
anyways, moving on. So that has been your week, huh?
Yeah, it's basically, other than the government shutdown, guys, not really a ton of news for me. Usual work, house restoration, no major house update for this week, other than progress
Man,
on
I
the
hate the
kitchen has been
government.
started. Yeah, I know it's well, no, I shouldn't say that because people will be watching this, and if people in the next episode, I'm fired.
Guys, great news. I don't have to worry about the shutdown.
I don't have to worry about the shutdown anymore because I no longer work for the government. And you know what that means? More Top Pod. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Podcast
Yeah,
twice a week.
absolutely.
Live
Gonna come out with all the
streams.
fire topics. How I lived on the streets, live vlog, because that's what's gonna happen if I lose my job. But yeah. Otherwise,
You
guys,
can't
my
sell
week
the
was pretty
house.
boring. That's true. No, but I've spent all this time and money getting the house fixed up. I'd rather not.
Think
sell it
about
at
what
this
are we
point.
going to talk about on the show? Like a good 10 minutes of it is the house update.
That's true. I have to come up with something else for this
We're
time
going to
around.
actually have
And
to have interesting topics. No.
we're gonna have to actually have real in-depth conversations with each other,
Oh,
and that's the scariest
man.
part of the show. Yeah, I don't like, buddy. Trust me, I don't like it either. I normally like it when we have some major BS topic to go over that's in social media
Yeah,
or the
with
news.
like a few dick jokes spread around.
Exactly. I mean, we do that anyway, but that's usually like the main focus of the episode. We don't talk about interesting things anymore. We make a few dick jokes. We talk about the house update. We make fun of each other, and then that's basically the whole episode.
Yeah.
Half of it gets cut anyway.
Yeah. House of Representatives update. That's what I'm gonna say when the government opens back up.
I thought you were looking up the article and you saw the government is no longer shut down, making this entire part of the episode useless.
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, they figured it out, Ryan. We don't have a clickbait title, so we got to start over.
Oh, damn it! No, the government fucked me again. No,
Yeah, well.
can't do this. Tugging at my heartstrings here, guys. In social media news, I guess. Well, go ahead, Amelia, with your week recap.
Thank you.
Did
I was
do
about to
anything?
be like, yo, what about me? Guys,
Yeah, but you don't matter though.
my place of work is paying me actively, so it's
Oh,
okay.
okay. So
I got
thanks for rubbing
paid.
it in, buddy.
I got paid earlier this week. It was pretty cool.
I have not.
No, it was just a relaxing week. I think the more exciting things that are planned for me are going to happen this weekend and during the week. Because this week, all I did was just set up appointments for interviews for a project I have going on at work. It's a piece on biking in my city. Because I didn't know this, but actually, my city is the city in the country with the highest amounts of people riding a bike to work. And I was like,
Oh,
I
okay.
find that kind of unbelievable considering how dangerous, because I got run over once. I think we talked about it on the last show, the
Oh
older show.
yeah, in our old show, I think you
Yeah,
mentioned that
R.I.P.
story. Near death experience, right?
Yeah,
Was that a near death experience?
I
Okay, that's
guess.
what I thought.
But yeah, I talked about it and I was like, there's no way, but it turns out it is. And my city has the third largest bicycle path in the continent. So it kind of is crazy. So we're doing a piece on that. We're interviewing a bunch of people. So it was just setting up interviews during the week, editing the long ass video that I'm gonna post on my channel come November
Ah, yes,
or December.
the fabled 2-hour video.
Currently, it's just an hour and 20 minutes long. So I don't think it'll be 2 hours. Maybe if. How many more dick jokes do I need to get to 2 hours?
That's a lot. I can
Yeah.
send you a list. Actually,
Thank you.
if
I know
need
you're
to
always
fill the last
thinking
30
about
minutes.
penises, Ryan. Thank you.
Only yours, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Please cut that out. That sounded really bad.
It's
For legal reasons, that's a
it's
joke.
staying on, guys. I just heard
For
from it
legal
from the
reasons,
editors, and it stayed
that was
on.
a joke. It came out wrong.
Thank you, Ryan, for bringing such upbeat topics today to the show. We have another Instagram post with funny questions, but this time they're not like the other ones were like for couples. If I went missing for a day, where would you check first?
Well, buddy, I was originally thinking strip clubs, but that answer was ruined already because you're there all the time. So I'm gonna say
It'd be
I would
weird if
find
I
you
wasn't
most
there.
likely. That's true. I would think it would most likely find you in a cemetery, standing over a tombstone, mourning the loss of Smelly Cheese B and Smelly Cheese. Rest in peace. I know you go there every other day, wondering what could have been if you just would have been
I
more consistent
apologize to their
and
grave
made
because
good content.
I apologize to the grave every day because they're like, oh, it's just that Ryan can't do anything, so I have to carry the podcast one more
No,
time.
that's what the podcast is still alive. Notice how on the tombstone that you're visiting in the cemetery, the top pot isn't on it.
Well, yeah,
Smelly
because I'm
Cheese
keeping
is.
it alive.
Yeah, with my presence. Yes.
No, Ryan.
Now, where would you find me?
The other day, me and Ryan finished recording, and I told him that that I'm winning the thumbnail race because when I'm on the thumbnail, we get more views. And I
Which
told
is
him
not true, by
because
the
the
way.
OCD episode got 3 views, and I told him I think you're gonna have to stop having OCD. It's not bringing in the views.
Believe me, if I could, 100%. Well, maybe actually. I don't know. It's a weird situation
It's
on
gonna
that one.
take away
Maybe I
your
would. Maybe
funny.
I wouldn't. I think it makes me funnier, to be honest. Makes me come up with more jokes.
Let's do. How well does your girlfriend know you? Ooh. What's my most random pet peeve?
Random pet peeve. Oh, I have this one right off the bat. Me scratching my nose during recordings. I've noticed quite a bit. That's the one thing you've nitpicked over the years that I found the most odd that's bothered you. And we can point back to so many examples on past episodes where Emilio's like, Ryan, can you please stop scratching your nose?
Well, it's just that I think it's because since I edit this, I listen to the show one time when we're doing it, and then I have to listen to it again when I'm editing, and then I have to listen to it again when I'm doing the clips for TikTok. So it's like I've seen Ryan pick his nose 10 times today. I'm so done. And then when the new recording comes around, I have to see him do it again. So
The highlight of his day.
oh man, the anti-highlight.
Yes.
I think Ryan's pet peeve is that I love him too much, and he's just not used to receiving such a great amount of love and appreciation.
Yeah, that's true. I really don't get a lot of love and affection in my life outside of that. For my own family, my friends, nobody. Even the girl that I've started to date, she has not shown me that same love. And by the way, if you're watching this, I'm lying about all that.
I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting cut out.
Cut that part out.
That stayed out.
Censor that. She doesn't need to hear that. The only person I hate is Emilio for helping set this up.
What's the first thing I do when I wake up?
Well, jerk off.
Masturbate.
Yeah, that's hit the nail on the head with that one. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I've seen the state of your room in the past. I know what you do in there.
Yeah, well, it's my room. You know, it can do whatever I want here.
That's true. You're right. Could you not do it when I'm watching though? When we're done recording, like that makes it really weird.
Well, you have free will. You can also end the call, yet you decide to stay.
You tell me I'll be fired from the show if I turn it off. So I'm basically blackmailed at this point.
Well, I'm cutting this out. Ryan. What's the first thing? What's the first thing I'd buy if I won the lottery?
Oh shit.
The government.
Oh yeah, you would help fund the government so I could start making money again. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Although that's a lot of money you would need, though. How much money are we talking from the lottery?
I don't really know. I have a friend that works at the lottery. The other day, someone won 200 grand.
God damn, why can't I get that lucky? I wouldn't have to worry about my job at that point. I would have all the money in the world.
Actually,
probably not.
Apparently, a lot of people that win the lottery kill themselves.
I have noticed that, actually. I read a few articles about that while
Welcome,
I was
Ryan.
at work Monday. Now I'm going to do this for the entire episode, see how much it bothers Emilio.
Do a great thumbnail. It's just
it's
just you like that and government shutdown.
Yeah, that's a good idea. This is why the show's still alive, guys. We keep getting creative.
I think if I won the lottery, I would pay off my remaining debt, upgrade the things I need for work, and then I would just maybe give away the rest to charity or something.
I mean, just honestly, I would.
Yeah, because what do you even do with
What do you do with that much money?
Yeah, that's why I don't understand these guys like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. It's like, what? You have so much money in the world. Why are you guys so fucking annoying?
I don't know. I've talked to people before, and first of all, what I would do to get that out of the way, I would go and pay off my college debt, pay off my parents' house, make sure that my family, my siblings, my mom and dad were all taken care of for the foreseeable future. And of course I would spend a little bit of it on my personal collection and whatnot here and there, but that's a very small fraction. And I would invest the rest of it, save it for my kids' future and whatnot as well. But I would say when you have that much money, though, I've talked to people, they come up with all these crazy ideas like, oh yeah, I'll go buy a yacht, I'll buy a car, I'll buy a new house. I'm like, okay, so what else are you going to do? Because the pricing of everything you're telling me is a fraction of what you would win. What else are you going to do? I guess I'll save it in the bank. I'm like, okay, so that's the average answer. Nobody knows what to do with that much money. Once you get through the few essentials you really want in life or paying off bills or debts, there's not really anything else. At the end of people usually don't have any good follow-up answers to that one. Because once your desires are filled, well, you don't need the money, I guess.
Or you can become really annoying like Elon Musk.
That's true. You could flaunt your wealth on social media and just use it as a status symbol. You never use it, but you'll just say, hey, I have all this money, guys. Look at me.
You can buy all of your enemies' homes and torture them psychologically.
Hold on, didn't we? That brings back a very vague memory. Didn't you tell me about a celebrity who did that? Bought his bully's house and threw him out and sold it or something? Like Bill Gates did that? I
have never heard a story like that.
You told me something like that on our old defunct show in one topic that somebody did that. That was in season 3. That was years ago.
Editors of the podcast We Can Talk About Wiki, could you please fact check us on that one? And
yes,
we'll get back to you.
You pull up the article right here for the video version. And for those of you on Spotify,
it'll be linked in the comments.
Yeah, it'll be linked in the comments. There you go. You guys can read about it.
If you wrote if you wrote a how-to manual for, well, it says dating, but let's say having a podcast with me, what's the first warning inside?
Don't do a podcast with this guy.
Don't.
Steer clear, just don't. The whole manual is going to be, warning, do not interact with this man.
Be ready to be disappointed.
Be ready for disappointment. It's going to be black and white mugshot photos of your face with just red X's through them saying, do not approach. Stay away.
Get ready to learn how time zones work.
Yeah. Woohoo. Get ready to lose sleep because someone doesn't know how time zones work.
What are you talking about? 7 p.m.
Yeah. What would you write about me, buddy?
Get ready to teach them how to call on Instagram, on Discord, on Zoom.
I know how to do it for the record, before we started doing
Get
this,
ready to teach them how to post on Instagram. Get ready.
I don't post on Instagram that often, no. But I do know how to stream video. I did know how to do that beforehand.
Ryan's feed on Instagram is just the clips from the show.
Exactly. The only reason I use Instagram anymore, it seems like. It's just re-upload clips of this show. Which you can check out.
Whoa, yeah. You can check it out at TOPP.pod. That's also how it's called on TikTok. And you can also, subscribe right here on YouTube and follow us on Spotify and iTunes. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, guys. Check us out on all the socials, the YouTube channel, our audio recordings, and of course, mine and Amelia's respective social media accounts. But yeah. Check us all out on those sites there. Word of warning, if you're going to start a podcast, make sure that you keep up to date with all the social medias. Like Amelia and I do every single day. We obsess over the numbers so much but no. Thanks for tuning in for another epic episode, guys. And we'll see you next time. Oh, hold on. This is like a to be continued thing. Hold on.
House of Representative updates. No. Ryan, what are you going to recommend to everyone this week?
This week, Ryan recommends. Special intro right here. I recommend for this week, guys, rather than doing something boring or productive with your lives and telling you to watch the top pod. No, we've already established that happens a lot on this show. We can't promote that anymore. Guys, I want you guys to go out right now, steal a car, and paint it an odd color. That way, when the police get it back, the owner has to pay more money to get the paint job changed. That way, you're committing 2 crimes for the price of 1.
That sounds pretty cool.
I recommend it.
And or jerk off. Do both and tell us in the comments which one was more fun.
Do it in the car. That way, you're technically committing 3 crimes.
Well, it's not illegal to masturbate in a car.
Yeah, but it's a crime against humanity, though.
Oh,
to do
okay.
it in a stolen car.
Yeah, it's in the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
Goodbye.